Hello, welcome. I'm Craig Jeffery. In these videos, we're going to look at some of the debt countries carry as a percentage of their economy and as a percentage of the country's global debt. So we're looking at global country debt. So this is the debt held by the country, so held by the nation as opposed to held by individuals or businesses in those countries. So here we're looking at the G7 countries. So you can see the G7 debt is $59.2 trillion, and based on 186 countries, based upon some of the sources that are cited, that's out of $97.1 trillion of global debt. That's debt held by the countries, not debt held by individuals or businesses. The largest debt-carrying country is also the largest economy, $33.2 trillion for the U.S., on an economy that's about $27.4 trillion, so it's above 100%. We'll look at that more in depth. You can also see France and Italy at $3.4 trillion, $3.1 trillion. The UK is at $3.5 trillion, and Japan, with the largest percentage of debt to the economy at $10.8 trillion. So let's move on to global country debt for the G20. The total debt for the G20 economies is 89.5 trillion USD equivalent, which makes up the vast majority of global debt at a country level for 97.1 trillion. So what are the largest ones here? If you look in the left part of the screen, you'll see 33 trillion for US. The EU has a debt load of 15.3 trillion. If we look at China, 14.7 trillion USD equivalent. Japan, 10.8 trillion. So those are some of the countries with the largest raw debt numbers. So if we look at the country debt to the percentage of GDP, the left-hand side has a chart for how big the debt is, and then the rightmost column in that chart shows the percentage of the economy. So U.S. and Canada on the left-hand side, both above 100%. Canada at 106% of their overall economic output is the debt they hold. The U.S., their debt is 1.25 times as large as the economy. If we look at Brazil down below and Argentina, they're both right around 90%, 88.1% and 89.5%. When we look at Europe, we see Italy at 143.7%. France is sitting at 110. The UK is a little over 100%, so their debt is slightly larger than their economy at 104.1. If we look at China, their debt is 83% of their overall economic output. Notice the 255.2% on the right-hand side, that's Japan. Their debt load is a little bit more than 2.5 times their total economic output.